Hey everyone, Tim the Gamer 13 back with you here today, and I'm just going to go ahead and wish you all Happy New Year, first of all, 2016. Appreciate you subscribing to me and watching my videos here on this channel. Just wanted to go ahead and give you guys a quick channel update here, what you can kind of expect in the next couple weeks. More arcade games to follow. I'm sure that does not come as much of a surprise to any of you, but I just wanted to go ahead and throw that out there. Specifically, we're going to be taking a look at a game called Pack and Pal, which is, from what I've read and from all my research on it, it's one of the most rare Pac-Man games to be played outside of Japan. So we're going to be taking a look at that game. And Pack and Pal, from what I'm reading here, released by Namco, of course, 1983. And basically, you go around eating. You have to basically eat all the items that would be in the other types of Namco games before you're caught by ghosts, and that is the objective of that game. I am really looking forward to playing this game. In terms of the architecture, it was using two Motorola M6809 processors at 1.536 megahertz each. Was the architecture behind that particular game. So I'm really looking forward to playing this. Again, not too many cabinets of this game are actually out there. I am really looking forward to seeing what we have here because I love Namco games. So that's one game we'll be taking a look at. Another game that rings, especially close to my heart because I've been playing PS1 games for many years. I love PlayStation 1. I remember playing the Namco, speaking of Namco, I remember playing the Namco Classic Collection. And they made, I believe it was 3 different volumes for PS1. And one game I really haven't reviewed in any detail yet would be Fozon. And so Fozon is another game from 1983, and Fozon was a puzzle game. And basically, it was a game in which little objects would float out. You'd have to create different shapes and stuff. Let me go ahead. I actually have the Wikipedia article of Fozon right here. It's kind of hard to explain exactly what it is. Based on, oh yeah, that's right, it's like molecules and stuff. So based on, it says, the Wikipedia article says, based on the science of chemistry, was the first of only 2 games from the company to run on 3 Motorola, again, the same processor, M6809. So these types of games, I'm really looking forward to reviewing. They're great games. I mean, they don't immediately come to mind when you think of classic. For me, they come to mind, but not everyone kind of thinks of Fozon or thinks of Pack and Pal. So these are games I'm really looking forward to reviewing. They're a little bit of a different approach to arcade gaming. I'm really looking forward to reviewing them. So please stay tuned for those reviews to follow. I will also be uploading Driver 2, more of my Driver 2 walkthrough. I know that I've been kind of on hiatus from putting up Driver 2 reviews. I want to go ahead and do that. I just want to say about that specifically. I am in Rio right now. I'm playing through the missions in Rio, but I think I've actually uploaded all the mission walkthroughs from Las Vegas, but I haven't started on any in Rio yet, I don't think. So I'm going to be putting up, so there's 4 cities in the game. You have Chicago, Havana, Las Vegas, and Rio de Janeiro. So I'm going to be doing Rio missions walkthroughs in the next couple of weeks here as well. I'm going to be doing a little bit differently because I don't actually have my Alienware anymore. And that kind of brings me to my next point. I'm running on a Lenovo T410 ThinkPad. And so this review is kind of going to segue right into a review of the ThinkPad here. But let me know what you guys think of Lenovo in general. If you have a Lenovo ThinkPad or a laptop or anything like that, I'll actually go ahead and bring the camera over here so you guys can check it out. Yeah, here you can see this. Oop, endless tunnel here. So this is the ThinkPad, and I got to be honest with you. What I'm particularly impressed about with this particular computer is that you still have the trackball, and this released, I believe, 2011 or 2010, somewhere in there. And you still have the traditional left-right mouse buttons down here. You also have the same on the top, which is great. So you have like 4 buttons, 5 buttons actually. Then you have the regular trackpad, the ball again. So I'm really impressed by this computer. 8 gigs of RAM on it. I still have to install the driver. They're actually, let me show you that. Sorry. There actually is a webcam at the very top of the machine. It's kind of hard to tell because it kind of blends in with the paint job. But yeah, there is a webcam at the top of the machine. It's HD from what I've read, and there's dual microphones on it as well. So I'm impressed by it. 2.5 gigahertz machine. I got a hell of a great deal on it off eBay for under $100, which is great. And overclock, 2.5 gigahertz overclocked to I believe 2.8. So I really like this machine. This is going to be good for just at least doing these types of hangouts right here, even if I can't do the hardcore editing that I used to do. Kind of going along with that thought, as I kind of just keep moving along here. I'm on a roll tonight, but as we keep moving along here, some of these machines have issues, and I just want to go ahead and explain what one of the issues is that some of these machines can overheat pretty easily. Now, I haven't run into this, but I just want to go ahead and specifically say I will be doing a tutorial video in the next couple weeks addressing the overheating issue. And we're going to actually go inside of the computer. We're going to inside my Lenovo Thinkpad T410, and we're going to check out the type of thermal paste that's actually in these machines. And you'd be surprised. So the thermal paste is actually not all that geared for gaming. It's more geared for like, you know, business and stuff, business applications, and not hardcore games. However, we're gonna be doing a review of, I have an adhesive that I bought of the Arctic Silver 5 adhesive, which you can put in these machines in order to, you know, enhance the heat transfer. And I'm not an engineer, but I do know this is a fairly easy procedure to do. You do have to take a few screws off of the laptop, actually go inside, and you actually have to apply the adhesive to the CPU, you know, set this to the CPU so that it'll attach, so that it'll transfer the heat flow more efficiently, and it'll spread it out better across the whole machine. You have to apply it to the CPU so that it'll attach to the heat sink. So, and you also have to clean the fan out and do a couple other things to keep your CPU temps low. Like right now, actually, we are kind of running kind of hot. We're approaching 80 right now. So, you know, again, that's just one kind of little pet peeve I have about the machine. But like I say, well, I'll do a separate video addressing the heating issue of this. Otherwise, this is a very solid machine. You notice there was also a fingerprint reader at the bottom, which I especially like. I like being able to just use my finger to quickly log in rather than punching in my 20-character password. It makes it a lot easier. So I just want to go ahead and kind of get those things off my chest right now so that you guys are kind of aware of what's going on. Again, look for more. I told you what arcade games I'm going to be reviewing. Certainly, for sure, Fozon, Pack and Pal. Those are 1983 games. I love those games. They're a lot of fun to review. Probably be doing a few other Capcom games as well. Capcom is unique. They really are, because Capcom released a whole bunch of different sports games. Whole bunch. They Capcom Baseball. From my research, they had Capcom Baseball, Capcom Bowling, Capcom. I think they made Capcom Football, Capcom Hockey. They make a whole bunch of Capcom sports games actually out there. So we're going to see if any of them are good. We're going to see if any of them are good. So those are the plans for January 2016, guys. And I just want to go ahead and say in closing, a couple of things kind of going on. If you check out, if you're on Twitter at all and you've been kind of reading what's going on in the world, or you're kind of interested in the truth, I would advise you to go check out my buddy Pete Wickert, who is a radio host in Chicago. He's actually in the Jefferson Park neighborhood is where he's based, but he has a huge following, huge nationwide following. And so go ahead, check him out, Pete Wickert, W-I-C-H-E-R-T. I have actually appeared as a guest on his show a few times. I thought he was going to have one tonight. He didn't. Apparently he wasn't on tonight, but he might be on again either tomorrow or Saturday. And so I would highly advise you guys to go check him out, see some of his videos, see the kind of shit that's going on at O'Hare Airport. He reports on that. There's something big going down. We know it. And the elites are kind of afraid about it. So they don't want anyone knowing what they're actually doing at O'Hare. We're not saying specifically what it is, but we know something big's going down over there. So Pete kind of has the lowdown on that. And he's got you can go check out his own separate research, his own videos that he's done outside of his regular radio show videos, kind of revealing all this. So again, highly advise you guys to go check him out. He's all over YouTube. He's all over Twitter. That's Pete Wickert, W-I-C-H-E-R-T. So that will be all for now, guys. Stay tuned for more great videos to follow. If I get a chance, I'll also try to put up more Sega Dreamcast videos, because I am a huge Dreamcast fan, and I can't quite get away from it, no matter how hard I try. So, including hopefully a review of Crazy Taxi and Crazy Taxi 2. So to follow. So eventually I'll get around to reviewing those. and kind of giving you some tips on how to get that Class A, and dare I say, the inevitable, or the almighty Class S license. That's the ultimate. That's really, really high score. But apparently you can also get some crazy license ratings. You can get a whole bunch of really crazy taxi ratings in that game. So you can really rack up the points pretty fast. It's a fun game from start to finish. I really like it. One of my all-time favorite Dreamcast games. So look for reviews of that in the next couple weeks. So that'll be all for now, guys. So from Chicago, Illinois, that'll be Tim the Gamer 13 signing off for now. Hope you guys had a good start to the new year. So long. Take care.